guess what I found? My breeding papers! Yes, they've been lost forever. And I was cleaning out a drawer, like I always do, and I found them. So I haven't done any videos, but this is a one-part video, because this is a lot. It's actually 2 pages. Alright, so sorry I cut that clip off a little bit too early, but there's 2 things right on the top of my head that I'm just going to tell you guys. The first one is, after your snake mates with its mate, usually it's a 5-week gestation period, sometimes 6 weeks, but it all depends on the size of your female and how many eggs it's going to have. And then the other one is, after your snake has had its prenatal shed, usually it doesn't eat. Sometimes females don't even eat for the whole gestation period, so don't be worried when your snake is not eating when it's getting ready or having eggs. So those are the 2 questions. Now on to the video. Eggs. I'm just going to share with you guys what the female is going to look like, what she's going to just do, stuff like that. Alright, before the eggs. The female will look pretty fat or gravid, which means pregnant. If you're not a huge snake person, and by the way, I'm reading off this, so if I'm looking one way, I'm just reading it. Don't worry, I'm not looking at something over there. The female will look pretty fat or gravid, which means pregnant. If you're not a huge snake person and you're just, I don't know why you're watching this video, but there's a good fact for you. You learn a new thing every day. But anyway, 14 to 7 days before the female should lay, she'll have a shed called a prenatal shed, which this shed, when she has this shed, just to make sure she's gravid and to make sure she's okay to separate from the male, because actually Dee actually lays her eggs when starch is in there, but some people do it when they separate the female from the male, which could make the female a little bit stressed. So I think I'm going to do that this year. But make sure she's okay to take away from the male. Pick her up with one hand. With one finger, stroke the bottom of her, the half of her bottom part. So, like from the middle back, just stroke it with one finger. And if you feel any bumps, you know that she's gravid. So that gives you the cue. She's gravid. She's going to have a prenatal shed. You can separate her from the male, and that's pretty much the start of it. If you cannot feel any bumps, just continue until you feel them. And then after the shed, there should be no handling. This could stress the snake. The shed is a sure sign that she'll have eggs, so make sure to get a laying box fast. Remember, when she has a prenatal shed, it's 14 to 7 days. If I said 4 days, sorry about that. 14 to 7 days before she has her eggs, so make sure to get a laying box really fast. And it could be a week or 2 before she lays, so be patient. Alright, and once you know she's there, you just know she's had a prenatal shed, you can feel the bumps. Alright, then in this 2-week period, make sure to check almost every day, but don't check so much that she'll stress and become egg-bound, which could lead to death, and I know you guys don't want that. Hopefully within 2 weeks, you'll have some nice pearl white eggs. All fertile eggs are chalky white, or just white. If you want to know what fertile eggs look like, go check out my channel and go look at my hatchling videos. And usually pretty big. They're all filled out, and they're not like shriveling in. And then unfertile eggs are shriveled in, yellow, small. Alright, so that's what the eggs will look like when your female lays. Alright, when you come to get the eggs, when you know she's laid the eggs, you've looked in the laying box, and you're ready to come get them. When you come to get the eggs, make sure your female is totally skinny so that you know she doesn't have any more eggs. The worst thing that you could do, you take her out of the laying box, You put her in the cage, you take the other eggs, you put them in the incubator, and then she has like 2 more eggs left in her, and those are all duds because she doesn't get them in the laying box. That would totally suck. So before you remove all the eggs, make sure she's totally skinny. You can even feel her underside to make sure there's no more bumps. And after you do that, then gently lift her up and put her into her own cage to recover. Not that you already have. And, let me turn the page, quickly get the eggs in the incubator. And this is where it's the end. And I have a vid to show how to set up the incubator, but if anybody else needs any help, and if there's a lot of people who need help and that incubator video is not enough, please ask me, and I will get a video up for that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But I also have one other thing to say. See that word? Yes, important. The eggs can't be turned. Just like leopard gecko eggs, you must keep them on the side they were laid. Otherwise, they will die. Guaranteed. You know, when you put an egg, let's say the egg was laid like this. If you pick it up, put it in the incubator like this, it drowns the embryo. I think that's what it's called. It drowns the embryo, and so it can't breathe, of course, and it dies. So, if the egg is laid like this, my hand, put it in the incubator like this. That should guarantee that you did a good job. You can also take like a little permanent marker just to make sure you're putting them on the top. But I've never had any problems with them slipping. And if you have seen one of my videos, I had 2 eggs separated, which did hatch out, and they were healthy. You can dig little holes in the vermiculite or perlite to make sure they don't roll, and make sure the whole clutch doesn't roll, because that would be pretty tragic. But anyway, if you want to make sure your eggs don't roll, I want to make a video of just the whole incubator process when Dee has her eggs, but it would be kind of a hassle, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it. Remember, make holes in the vermiculite to make sure they stay. But anyway, this is breeding part, I think it's 9? No, 7. Anyway, I'm losing my mind, and hope you like the Reptarium. Check out my other vids. See you guys. Almost 700 subscribers. Bye.